Good evening, voters of Aljunied GRC. Dacia, Wanshang Hao. Vanakkam. Selamat datang. Serangoon Stadium is a very special place for me. 4 years ago, it was here that we all recited our nation's pledge and recommitted ourselves to be one united people, regardless of race, language, or religion. Since then, our team has met many of you, and some of the bonds we have developed in this short time are our favorite memories over the last 4 years. As a non-Chinese MP, the dominant PAP discourse drummed into us Singaporeans is that people vote according to racial lines. But you, residents of Aljunied, have been so open, encouraging and supportive over the years that we are slowly overturning this dominant PAP narrative. Some of my Indian and Malay friends who support the PAP are afraid that without the GRC system, there won't be many Indian, Malay or non-Chinese MPs in Parliament. They are wrong. Opposition MPs such as David Marshall proved it in the 1950s, and JB Jeyaretnam proved it again in the 1980s, winning single-member seats after being elected by Singaporeans of all races. Even Malay MPs in the PAP have proved them wrong as well. The PAP narrative also underestimates the sense of righteousness and justice in our community. Regardless of your race, first, we must love our people and love our country. Are there racists in our society? Of course, but they are a minority, and our politics should never be framed by them. We are Singapore, and we believe in a country that respects everyone equally, regardless of race, language, or religion. In the last 4 years, I have seen the residents of Aljunied GRC prove this time and time again. And you make me so proud to be a Singaporean. I look forward to the future not with dread, but with keen anticipation that we will become an even more united, multiracial society that is marked by respect and tolerance. Residents of Aljunied GRC, you are the face of a new Singapore, a confident and respected Singapore. You have opened our eyes to a Singapore of hope and of promise, and one our children will be proud of. Through the power of your vote, we are slowly but surely bringing improvement and progress to our political system. Many years from now, all of us will sit down and tell our grandchildren, we did our part for a fairer and more just Singapore, and we are proud of it. My friends, the one-party dominant state doesn't exist in a vacuum. In the 1960s, the one-party dominant PAP resolved itself to control the armed forces, the bureaucracy, and the media as it moved to entrench a one-party dominant state. Today, it has lost control of the media. Thanks not just to technology and the internet, but because ordinary Singaporeans have stood up and spoken out against injustice and fought for causes that the mainstream media chooses not to take up. Some causes are very narrow and specific, affecting small communities. But all these specific causes, such as increasing the number of women in our company boardrooms, more respect towards the way we treat animals and strays, energy conservation, and reducing the use of plastic bags even, championing all the specific causes with a vision to make Singapore better, all make us a stronger society, because each and every Singaporean matters. And Singaporeans must always matter and be the drivers of our own destiny. A special word is also in order to all those who have sought to encourage greater discussion of government policy. This is not always easy to do because we have a political culture that is not very forthcoming with information or encouraging of a debate, of a deep debate of issues. There are also many independent websites that have resolved to explore issues more deeply. At great personal cost to some of their editors, even when these sites do not agree with the Workers' Party position, I would like to say this: you are the balance and you rock. Thank you. Another group of individuals, Aljunied GRC residents and the Workers' Party team, must be grateful for are those civil servants who have not engaged in politics while carrying out their duties and providing services to the community. Thank you. I have also had very understanding civil servants on the other end of my Meet the People session appeals who have exercised compassion in reducing summons or issuing a stern warning to residents when a fine or something more could have easily been the other outcome. Thank you for your compassion towards our residents, and we Singaporeans should be proud of our civil servants, including teachers, the police, nurses, the SAF, and many others, for they are an integral pillar of a stable and secure Singapore. A depoliticized civil service that does not work to prejudice or treat opposition wards differently from PAP wards is the future we all like to see. Because if they did politicize what they do, it would be our destiny to be a divided society. And as a small country, this is something we cannot afford. Let's keep the politics out of our civil service, the same way our male Workers' Party members leave their politics at the gate of army camps when we go back for our national service commitments. The Workers' Party in Singapore does not expect special treatment for any political party, but we should always demand equal treatment because that is the only way we can become a gracious society. Residents of Aljunied, your choice in 2011 has forced all Singaporeans to think hard about these issues. And I dare say, history will judge you as being the key agents of change towards a fairer, more united, and inclusive Singapore. Dear friends, before I end off, let me give you 3 reasons why you should vote for the Workers' Party in these elections. First, you carry an immense responsibility of pushing the government to improve on its policy and making your voice heard at the national level. You have seen a more responsive government from 2011. Your decision at the ballot box reminds the government, never take the people for granted. Secondly, a vote for the Workers' Party is a vote for stability, so that the 40% of Singaporeans who are not persuaded or influenced by the PAP have the space and opportunity to participate in the future of Singapore and co-creating a home in the image of all Singaporeans, not just in the image of a group of PAP leaders. In these elections, the Workers' Party is contesting in PAP wards where the previous PAP MPs have never spoken in Parliament or even asked one parliamentary question in 4 years, while another PAP MP has just spoken up once. Just think about that. And the Prime Minister says Singaporeans should vote more PAP MPs to make the opposition work harder. Ladies and gentlemen, we need more opposition MPs to push PAP backbenchers to attend Parliament and take the privilege of being an MP in Parliament seriously and to speak up for Singaporeans. If PAP MPs are more interested in their private sector careers and cannot devote their time to Parliament and speaking on bills, then give it up. Give the seat to a Workers' Party MP who will take his or her duties seriously. Thirdly, it was of no surprise to me that the Today newspaper ran a story a few days ago that quoted Aljunied residents as saying that Aljunied has not declined after 2011. The town council has completed repainting about 1/3 of the blocks in the GRC, and we've proceeded with major works to re-roof flats and replace playgrounds and fitness corners. But what was the most insightful fact about the article was the recognition that after the Workers' Party took over, the Workers' Party MPs were more visible on the ground than compared to the PAP MPs of the past. And most importantly, there was a sense that the town council and the MPs exhibited a greater, I quote, human touch, unquote. Residents of Aljunied, the presence of a human touch in Aljunied, Aukang and Pongolis is no coincidence. On nomination day in 2011, Ms. Sylvia Lim promised you that we will serve you to the best of our abilities. The human touch is what all Singaporeans expect and deserve from the Workers' Party. Residents of Aljunied GRC, let us be clear. We work on your behalf and we are privileged to be of service to you again. Empower your future, vote for the Workers' Party. Thank you. Yes, yes. Terima kasih. Nandri. Thank you.